So hey, have you ever dreamed of having a move-in ready 4-bedroom home on a massive corner lot like this one? No HOA, no CDD, priced under $310,000? Let's take a tour of this home. If you're not ready for a phone call yet and you want properties like this sent directly to you via email the moment they hit the market, in the description, got a VIP list. Also, if you're watching this at home on the TV, you can just go to www.joedenny.com, JODENNY.com. Now, don't try to Google that because I'm actually using software to forward the one site to another to go to Google Forms. But if you Google that, it's not going to take you directly to the website. So you have to actually type in www.joedenny.com. And the first link is the VIP list, so you can kind of get an idea. Or you can get properties like this sent directly to you via email. So let's begin this home tour. By the way, quick intro for those of you that are new here. My name is Joe Denny. I'm a Florida realtor and mortgage broker as well, helping families across Central Florida. Today we're in Ocala. I pretty much cover the whole state of Florida. I'll go anywhere with enough notice. I can also help you with the mortgage as well. I got a mortgage license. I've been doing this for like 5 to 7 years, help hundreds of families at this point. This is your corner lot. Look at all this. We are in Ocala, specifically Marion Oaks. The vibe out here in Marion Oaks is the no HOA, no CDD, kind of like restriction-free living out here. We are about 1 hour away from Orlando International Airport. We're 20 minutes from Market Street at Heathbrook. So for those of you who you like the Targets, you like the Crumble, the movie theaters, the shopping, dining, entertainment, 20 minutes from this property, and you'll be able to like do all that with the family, or if you have a day off and you want to go hang out. So you have all this privacy out here in this Marion Oaks area. So if you want to be living like a little bit in the outskirts with nobody really bothering you, but you don't want to be too far from civilization, this is like the best of both worlds. You got this privacy out here, really nice big lots out here for a great price, and you still have close proximity to all the action, as some would say. So 20 minutes from Market Street at Heathbrook, 30 minutes to Silver Spring State Park. So there's a state park about 20 minutes away, about an hour and a half away to Disney and Universal. So if you're a theme park enthusiast, you love the theme parks, about an hour and a half away, you know, it beats having to fly to Disney. You could just drive. Just go in the morning and then you'll be chilling. What do you guys think about this like elevation in the front? I think it's pretty unique. It's not cookie cutter, definitely. And don't forget, on Saturday mornings, they have the farmers market in downtown Ocala. So that's pretty exciting as well. Now let's go inside your brand new property. We're working with 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms, 1,833 square feet. And this corner lot is nearly half an acre. This is a brand new home, 2025, just hit the market, has never been lived in. Beautiful, beautiful brand new home, 1,800 square feet, stainless steel appliances, and you have the modern layout. You have the stone counters. We're gonna have walk-in closets, vinyl flooring throughout the property. Let's start walking around to give you guys the tour. Behind door number 1, we got your laundry room, super clean. We got your garage. Nice and clean 2-car garage right there. No HOA and no CDD. Also, flood zone X. So you're not in the flood zone. We got public water and we have a septic system here. So some of these houses out here are on well water, not this one. This one's connected public, so you get the public water here. What do you guys think about this floor plan? Look at this massive living room over here. Let's talk about some appreciation in 34473, which is the zip code that we're in Marion Oaks. So there's been a steady appreciation with 15 to 20% growth over the past 3 years. And even at the time of this video, the prices are holding pretty strong. To find a property like this, these 4 bedrooms, you're gonna be in the high 2s, in the low 300s. Now I'm talking new construction. If you look at resale homes, it's a whole nother monster right there, which I also do resale homes as well. There's several sides to Ocala, different sections. Where we're at right now, Marion Oaks, what people like about it is that it's affordable new builds, great for first-time home buyers and investors. But if you go a little bit in the other direction, you'll be in Silver Spring Shores. That's more of an established community with larger lots, closer to nature. And then we got the rolling hills, which is not too far from here as well. Look at this bathroom. Nice little window, take a peek outside. So we got rolling hills not too far away. And then I just left Rainbow Park. Extremely affordable homes out there in Rainbow Park. Right before I came to this one, I was just filming in Rainbow Park. 3-2, $205,000. If you want that video, just let me know. I'll send you that video as well. 205. And then you got Southwest Ocala, growing rapidly with newer schools and shopping nearby. By the way, we're like maybe 15 minutes away from like the Walmart and the Publixes and everything. And they moved the Winn-Dixie that used to be there, and now it's Aldi's. Yeah, it's Aldi's now. So Winn-Dixie got bought out by Aldi's. All right, let's check out your primary. So this is an awesome floor plan because you have rooms over there on that side, and then you have like your primary over here, and you kind of can see like, look at this. Beautiful floor plan with the natural light coming in. You got your 2 closets here. So you got one here. And this one looks bigger, I would say. All right, so you got a bigger closet over here and a smaller closet over here. And then you got this bathroom. Let's take a look at this bathroom. This is what you waited for the whole video, to see this beautiful bathroom. You got this dual sink vanity over here. Amazing tub, and look at this shower. Now this is luxury. Wait till I go over the numbers and you'll be shocked as to how affordable this is to get something like this. You know, if you put something like this like in Orlando, easily $500,000 or more in Kissimmee, but something like this over here, really nice price. And you got the toilet over here with the poop door. Close that for privacy. Let's go over there and let's kind of talk some numbers, because I want to kind of guide you guys through the process of, well, before we do that, let's go to the backyard. Let's check out your backyard real quick. Even though I'm going to put the drone in the air, you know how I do, let's kind of take a look at the backyard. Hopefully I don't get wet. We don't have a lanai. Would be cool. We're in the 300s, but we do have a beautiful house inside with amazing finishes. Square footage is there. So you do have this large slab back here. So if you do build a lanai, you can build a nice size one. I'm trying not to get wet with those sprinklers. Oh, there's one right there. I hope it doesn't turn on. All right, so this is your backyard. They cleared it back here. They usually clear it to like close to where your property line is at. But look at this, close to half an acre, corner lot. Do you guys hear how peaceful that is out here? But if you want noise, there's definitely noise. Just drive like 20 minutes and go to College Road, State Road 200, College Road, and you got everybody over there hanging out, having fun. Good noise, not like bad noise. All right, let's go back inside. All right, let's talk some numbers. I'm also a mortgage broker licensed, so I can kind of like go over what some of the numbers are when you're trying to buy a home. So this section is super important to me to educate you on kind of like what that process looks like with these numbers. And what I'll do is I'll put somewhere here on the screen a screen share of my iPad. So we are working with $309,000 price point. 1833 square feet, 4 beds, 2 bath, no HOA, no CDD. That corner lot, close to half an acre. 2025 built, brand new home. Amazing value, only $309,000. You put this home somewhere else, you're instantly in the 4s, 5s, maybe in the millions if you put this like in New York or something, depending on where you put it. Assuming we did a 3.5% down, there's so many different loan products out there. So I'm gonna talk about a few of the most common ones right now. And I have access to so many different loan options. I have down payment assistance, investment loans, creative financing. We got a lot of different options being in the mortgage industry as well. So 3.5% down on 309 puts you at about $10,800 out of pocket. Now, you wanna have that down payment, you know, saved up, or you can go in your 401k, you can get some gift funds from like family, or you can come to me and I can help you find some money with different down payment assistance programs. So like, for example, in July, they're coming back with the Hometown Heroes program. Super awesome program. 5% is being lent to you, so you can kind of like use it for your down payment and closing costs, not to exceed $35,000 total. We have a bunch of other programs. I just closed one, Rosebud. We got Chenoa, and depending on where you're buying, you might even qualify for USDA 100% financing. So if we are putting 3.5% down, your loan amount is going to be around $298,000. Monthly P&I is going to be around $1,934. P&I is principal and interest. Now PITI, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, will be around $2,087. The reason why it looks so low is because the taxes have not been reassessed yet. When you're buying a new construction home, I think anywhere in the country, the land value is what you're being taxed on right away, because the building, the structure that was put on here hasn't been reassessed yet. So it hasn't been sent to the public records yet as a sale. Once you purchase it and it's reassessed, then your taxes get adjusted. I don't want to say they go up, but they get adjusted to what they should be. And the way that they calculate that is they have millage rates and certain calculations on how taxes work. To get the best estimate of like what it could be, your taxes, I would just call a tax collector. Just Google Marion County Tax Collector, and on their website, they even have tools where you can simulate what your taxes would be. So after reassessment, this could potentially float around $2,400 a month. So you have this home, beautiful, beautiful home. Right now, rent is $2,500, $2,600 in certain areas. You can own something like this for like $2,380 a month. Closing costs are gonna range between $92,000 to $12,000. Because with closing costs, you kind of want to factor in anywhere between like 3 to 4% of the purchase price. Depending on your credit, your situation, there may or may not be points needed to get a certain rate. So closing costs are gonna, range from like 92 to 12. You're actually able to ask the seller to help you with your closing costs. And the way that we do that is we call it seller concessions, where we can ask the seller to contribute a certain amount of money that will benefit you. The way that we do it is in our contracts, and you can use it to buy down your interest rate to get a better rate, which is lower payments, or apply it towards your closing costs so you can soften the blow at closing and not spend as much money. On an FHA loan, the limit is 6%. Now, do I think they're gonna give you $18,000? I don't know. Some builders will. Like we got a builder down the street right now that's doing a 4.99 rate and giving $20,000. But this is a custom builder here. I'm not sure how motivated they are. This has just hit the market, but it's definitely worth a shot. If you need me to take that chance for you to try to get you a good deal, I definitely will. That's gonna be the max concession you can ask for there. Now, for our veterans out there, thank you for your service. VA loan, 100% financing, 0% down. Down payment's gonna be 0. You're financing the whole thing at $309. Monthly P&I is about $2,004. Before the reassessment of the taxes, you'll probably be at $2,158. But what we're gonna actually do up front is escrow the correct amount of taxes, or the better estimate of it, and your payments will float around $2,400 to $2,500. Closing costs pretty much remain the same, between $92,000 to $12,000. And what we'll do is we'll try to get the seller to help with some concessions as well. You're capped out at 4% in concessions with a VA loan, so we can't ask for more than 4%. That's where you're capped out at. There's different conventional options. So the 5% conventional, if you're buying it as a primary residence, will put you at $15,450 down payment with a loan amount of $293,550. Now what's gonna happen is principal and interest $1,903, and you're gonna be at $2,057 before the reassessment, and then $2,350 later. Same closing costs, $9,270, with a max concession of 3%, which is the $9,270. So if the closing costs were a little bit higher than 3% and you get the max 3%, you might come out of pocket a few dollars or a few $1,000s. Now, let's say we're going to do 20% down. And this is where it gets kind of interesting. By the way, there's also a 10% down option if you're buying it as a second home or as like a vacation home. There's a difference between buying it as a second home, vacation home, or an investment property that you're gonna put tenants in. The down payments are different, the rates are different, but let's say you're buying it at 20% down. Pretty nice down payment, $61,000. Loan amount's only $247. Monthly P&I is $1,603. But let's stop there real quick. Depending on what your credit is, you're actually able to do something called waiving escrows, where your payment can actually be $1,603, and then you pay your taxes and insurance separate once a year. You're able to cash flow better that way, where if you're charging rents monthly, you just have to charge enough rent to cover the $1,603 or higher, but then you still have to pay the taxes and insurance once a year, but it doesn't have to be put together in the mortgage. So whatever they're paying you every month for your rent, that same bank account, it can be extracted, the mortgage payment, and then the balance, the profit, can be accumulating so that once a year you pay out your taxes and insurance, and then, I'm not a tax expert, but then you just write off whatever you can on your investment property. But I'm seeing a lot of buyers right now buy these houses because they're watching the market slowly go up in this area, where in other areas the market's slowly going down. So they're seeing, for example, Ocala go up and parts of Orlando go down, and they're calling me saying, hey, I've been searching for a year, 2 years, and a year or two ago, Ocala was lower and now it's higher, and they can't understand that the growth is crazy, and they're like, I want to buy something now before the prices keep going up. So if you're watching this and you want to make an investment, now might be the right time to do so. So after the taxes are reassessed and everything, you'd be at $2,000 possibly all in. Max seller concession is 3%, $9,270. I also got you the rental potential. Now, I'm not a property manager. I can help you with the mortgage and the real estate side, but I can't help you with like the renting side. I leave that to the experts that do the rentals, and we have a few in the area that I can connect you with if you want to. But based on like what Google said in ChatGPT, you can rent for around $2,000 to $2,200 a month. So assuming you get a good rate and your principal and interest and everything all in is $2,000, and you get the mortgage at $2,050 and the rental is like $2,200, and remember, you're increasing that year over year, you could possibly cash flow right away with an investment like this. What I'm seeing is the buyers that are buying these properties now, not that they're not worried about cash flowing, but they want to lock in the property now so that they can move in 5 to 10 years. And they don't mind making a little bit of money now, or even losing a little bit of money, because they'll lock it in now at today's prices. And then hopefully as the markets appreciate more, they'll have a bunch of equity later on in life in 5 to 10 years. Now, super, super, super important, kind of like what we said about the property taxes. Right now, it's only on the land value. So when the taxes get reassessed during the next tax season, that's when you'll see that they'll adjust it. What happens to a lot of people is they don't know that, or they don't get educated correctly on that. And then they say, my taxes went up, my mortgage went up. It was just a rebalancing of the taxes where it got corrected versus what it was for the land value only. So I'd like to educate you on that up front so you can kind of know that that's what's going to happen. But we'll prepare you by escrowing the correct amount. But that's pretty much it. That's the home tour. Home is pretty amazing. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe to the channel. We're sitting at about 1,200 as of this morning. We're on our way to 2,000. And drop a like on the video, drop a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. And if you need help buying a home, consider reaching out to me. You know, my direct number is 407-759-5677. I would love to help you out or be your resource. And a lot of people don't call me because they're moving right away. They'll tell me, hey, I'm looking in a year or two. So what we do is we just get the portal set up with the type of property they're looking for. We don't know what the price might be, essentially. So we'll just say things like, hey, so tell me about how many rooms you need in size. And we'll just send them an average of like what the 4.2s go for in the area or the 3.2s. And then when it's time to figure out the financing later, then we'll tighten up the search a little bit more. So that's what that first conversation looks like. We're trying to figure out what you're looking for so we can get to work right away, sending you those properties so you can go shopping online and seeing those homes. And one of the best parts is I'll actually show you some of the properties in person, even if you're not ready. A lot of other realtors are like, hey, you got to be pre-approved, and I need you to do this and prove to me that you're worth it for me to meet you. It's kind of crazy how that works, right? But I'm just trying to earn your business, so I'll be willing to take the risk of meeting you, even if you're a year out or something, because a lot of people come out here on vacation, and you don't want to be that person that buys the house just visiting one time. So I recommend visit a few times if you can, so we can get an idea of the different areas: Rolling Hills, Rainbow Park, Silver Spring Shores, Marion Oaks. There's so many different sections to Ocala, so it'd be smart to like kind of see where your money can take you, depending on like if you're looking for 300K. That might be a really good price point over here, an amazing price point in Rainbow Park, not the best price point in Rolling Hills. Silver Spring Shores, that's a really good price point. So you can kind of get an idea how far your money can stretch as well. But that's pretty much it. I'm at the end of the video. I'm gonna put the drone in the air so you guys can see like the aerials and everything. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.